Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another scene of Living World of Darkness, Rage across New York. I almost said Egypt. Today we find Sam Sullivan, who is, for sake of a tired other player, making his way towards Alan. He had an epiphany, and he had a conversation with Ted that helped him to and kind of put some things together. Both of them separate, but can be handled at the same time. So he's going to approach the Wormfoe respectfully.
The Wormfoe is currently bending under the penumbral reflection of the mystery machine, actually. He seems to be working underneath it, going, fuck it. How does in the world do you get so much gunk inside you? This is ridiculous.
He'll kind of look down at the situation, and he says, would you like another pair of hands?
Actually, shit. They'll go ahead and kick off a flashlight actually in your direction. Simply say, flash that through the hood. I need more light here.
Will do. And he'll kind of walk over and kind of get in where he needed him and kind of put the light.
Alright, not in my face! Ah! You look at Alan's face is completely covered in grease and oil.
Sam is actually no, he can't be in that state. He hasn't been able to go to work. But he'll kind of smile at him, and he'll say, I have two things to tell you. One of them is an offer, and one of them is a revelation I had. Which one do you want first?
Shit. Give me the offer and shine it on the third pipe right there. And you see Alan's going to start to make work to unscrew something. Seems to just ooze more oil into a pan underneath them. Yeah, that's good.
He'll smile and kind of shine the light there. It occurred to me something. The Sept is under a lot of pressure right now, and you, as the Wormfoe, are doing a magnificent job. I think it would benefit everybody, including yourself and the Sept, if you had an assistant, if you had somebody to help you. There are minor things that you have missed, but because you are so busy, it is not your fault. I think that there is so much going on that if you do not have someone step forward and say, hey, let me help you, the Sept will suffer. And I am in the position to be such help. And so it would be remiss of me not to step forward and to tell you that I want to help you with this task. The Keeper has assistance. The Warder has assistance.
Okay. Tell me your qualifications. Scrub. He's got this little scrub brush. Yeah, come on. Tell me your qualifications. Tell me what you bring to the table. Scrub.
What do I bring to the table? Let me say I bring dedication. I bring the ability to cleanse the taint of the worm. I have a stout heart and able to face the worm with the strength of grandfather backing me. But I also have a sharp mind ready to learn. And there are things that you have to teach. You see, an assistant is one who should be right for things to come into their ear and not to leak out the other, like that pipe. Wow. He'll pet the car.
The car will go ahead and say, thank you, ma'am. In this really, really stoner voice, actually.
Okay, man, thank you.
It's a wink. Alright, you think you could be an assistant to my efforts. Okay. Let me think about this for a second. What do I need into assistant? Probably I need a glorified secretary and somebody to speak on my behalf when I'm not around. You think you got some kind of authority to your voice to get shit done?
He'll smile at him. so like, oh god, the smile he gives him is the perfect Shadow Lord look between yes, of course, and a humble brag. He'll say, I learned watching Margrave Yuri Konietzko how to have bass in my voice when I need it.
Okay, fair enough. How good are you with the record keeping and upkeep?
I am German, my dear man.
German efficiency?
Ja. Oh no, sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My
Fair
parents
enough.
are military. My parents are military. My father is a surgeon and my mother is a pediatrician. Was the army. Very good at record keeping.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. What else, Dwayne? Have you ever cleaned up a crime scene before? I seem to be doing that quite a lot, actually.
Well, I think I'm going to learn how if you need me to.
There's a groan from underneath the vehicle. This is a talent that more people need to learn in this goddamn set. Ah! You see that Alan has actually gone ahead and stretched himself so far. He's got his hand caught in some of the mechanical components and just snapped on his hand. Grace fucking guy.
Can you get yourself out of that one, or do you need help?
I'm good.
Okay. Just checking.
Flashlight over there, please. That's the
He'll move the
alternator.
light. He'll move the light. Wait, that's a carburetor. He'll kind of put it to the thing.
He'll start to roll himself out, actually. His hand is actually bleeding at the moment, but he's like, fuck it. He wraps a cloth around his left hand, starts to lean against the hood of this van, look into the engine, and say, yep, that needs to be replaced. Okay, 1 second. Goes ahead and brings out a wrench, starts to unscrew the little electrical components of this particular vehicle, sets them aside, opens up the tackle box, starts replacing them. Okay, let's say this to this particular proposal. I will need to put you to the test a few different tasks for me. I haven't thought of the task quite yet, and I don't know if the tasks are going to present themselves soon, but when they do so, I wish for you to go ahead and try to handle it in the best way possible. If this works out more than once, congratulations, you'll get to be my assistant. How about that?
Of course. Keep in mind that if it is before I am interrogated, I cannot leave the set. I would gladly do. But
dreadful business, that.
you have rust right here. He'll touch something. I have a lubricant in my job that you can put in a car. That will help that corrosion from happening.
Okay, fair enough. I'll remember that for next time.
I will bring you some when I go to work.
Where do you work, sir?
I am a metal worker.
Oh, congratulations.
I know it shocks people. Say, like, you work a blue-collar job. And I'm like, of course I do. He'll hold his hands up and they're like callous. Like he works a fucking blue-collar job.
How does that take up your time then?
I only work part-time.
Fair enough. You got any kin?
They are older. My parents are children of Gaia kinfolk.
Okay, interesting little heritage you've got there.
I am adopted.
Okay, that explains it.
I could actually further that and make it even more interesting. My parents are Gullen. Do you know what that means?
No idea. I'm believing it's French.
No. Well, no. No. They are I know this word in German. Afro-Caribbean? He'll kind of look around and say, my parents are black.
we live in a very, very strange and wonderful world when ethnicities and cultural backgrounds can just go ahead and blend and produce my lovely child of the mother right in front of me.
Yes, I am a Native American boy who grew up to a black family in Germany.
You're as much cosmopolitan as this city. Give me that. He's
He'll kind
pointing
of
at the
hold his,
flashlight.
he'll hand it to him. He points. He holds a finger up and he says, "It's almost a joke that I'm gay." That one only adds flavor.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. So I've heard your proposal. What else do you need to talk to me about?
Listen, this one is serious, and I need you to take it seriously. I don't think you wouldn't, but like, I have to disclaim it that I'm serious.
Okay, Alan's gonna go ahead and stop for a second, lean on the car, wipe his hands on the rag. There's a little bit of blood to it, but at this point, the wound has already healed thanks to goddamn Garu regeneration. Thank you, Mother Gaia.
Praise the sun. He'll say, when I'm going to tell you what happened without making any inference or accusations. And I want you to take the information as it is. When I first arrived to the set, I made a vow that I would avail myself until I made Foston to aid any of my elders, that is Foston and above, as best and as much as I could. It was chiminage to the spirit in one of my fetishes. I have a falcon down into a fetish. So when I first came to the set, and almost every day, I go to most of the others, and I say, "Oh, do you need me to do a task?" I think you remember once or twice I've come to you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, very early when I come to the set, he'll kind of like look around and make sure that there's like no like hyper spirits hanging around or shit like that. Not literally, but you know what I mean. When I first came to the set, Andre Takamundi asked me to make a fetish that would change someone's appearance completely. And he said that it would be a bonus if the fetish could allow the wearer to change what they look like.
Interesting.
Very
And
interesting.
when did this happen?
He's thinking, and he kind of goes over some dates and some numbers, and I'm looking at the post to see when it was. He says, it was the 16th last month. What kind of thing? That was a set, and it was, yes, it was the 16th of last month.
16th of last month. Okay. Thank you for coming forward with this information.
Oh, not. I have been doing my own investigations into this situation. I think that the infiltrator will be expecting an interrogation from the others. I do not think that they would be expecting it from somebody from the tribe, especially somebody younger. I do not believe that Victoria is the infiltrator. I believe that the most likely suspects right now are myself, Andre, and I have not been able to track down one named Leo Dalka. The fact that I have not been able to track him down is a little bit of a red flag.
He should still remain in the set, for all I know.
Well, I have been confined to the set just as much, and I have not been able to find him. Maybe it is because we are in different places. I have been in Diambla the most of the time, and I have been busy trying to speak to the other ones. Right now, I do not have anything concrete everything is conjecture right now. That is why I am still on the list. I know myself I am not the infiltrator, but if I was, I would say. And Victoria pointed out something very important yesterday, that she believed that if the infiltrator were to come in, say would be somebody who was very eager to please do a very hard job, work very quickly, maybe even seem as though they were above the power level for where they were, which I took to be a very, very double-handed compliment, which is why she suspected me for a moment. I am glad.
Rather blankly.
I am glad to know that I am so efficient that I am suspect to being an infiltrator to suspect. It makes my German heritage rather proud. He's kind of like.
My advice, until this whole situation is resolved, and I am under the assumption that you are. Well, I am under the assumption that you're innocent until proven guilty. My advice is to keep your head down, submit to the elders and whatever questioning they may have, and do not freak out. Remain calm until this whole situation can be resolved. Do not act in a way that would draw more suspect on yourself. Try to remain as completely honest and open as possible. Try to remain in public as much as possible, just so that nobody can say that you were not present at one point or another.
That last bit is actually very good advice. Thank you. I hadn't considered that.
Until such time, my dear son of Grandfather Thunder, be away with you and enjoy the rest of your day.
I will. I look forward to seeing what tasks you come up with me. For me, for this position as your assistant. I have needed some entertainment.
Oh, believe me, the last Child of Grandfather Thunder that was submitted under to me, I made get roadkill because I thought it was hilarious.
I will keep that in mind. Do you mean the Bone Gnaw Elder or the stuff on the road?
Just a personal joke to my self. It relates more to Andre than anything else.
Oh, just walk away laughing. Goodbye, Elder. I will see you later. He gave him his leave, so he's not gonna ask for leave. That'd be rude as fuck. So yeah, he'll take off and then try to find someplace more public to hang out and work on his fetishes and all that craziness. And there you go. You stayed awake for the whole scene, which I think we can now wrap up. Do you have anything else you want to
do? Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Go with the peace of Gaia.
Bye.